guys, it is me, RandomJosh, and I'm back again with another makeup tutorial. So today we're feeling very lazy, very slothish. Literally minimal effort. So yeah, this is a very much so sloth inspired look. So this is of course a continuation of our 7 Deadly Sins week. So this is our 4th? I'm losing track already. The 4th of our Deadly Sins, and that is of course sloth. So, you know, that feeling of being very tired, very sleep deprived, very slobbish basically, which is basically what everyone assumes I am, because I am. So yeah, super easy. Not many products actually featured in this one. I wanted to keep it a little bit more simple, a little bit more on the basic side. Minimal product usage, minimal effort needed, but still super effective. So if you want to see how I achieve this look, then make sure you are staying tuned, because here it comes. So to start this tutorial off, we are jumping in with, of course, priming the skin, getting it nice and ready for a lovely bit of, you know, makeup on it. So I'm starting with the Revolution Pro Pore Primer. So I'm just using that over my T-zone and just over my cheeks as well, just to make sure that we are covering all of those pores up. And next here you can see we are jumping in with my Maybelline Anti-Redness Primer. Who's shocked? Not me. And just making sure that we've got a nice fresh base covered in. So we just want to make sure that is all worked through the skin there, just making sure that it is nice and blended through, giving us a nice clean fresh base to start with. So now I'm jumping in with my Fenty Beauty foundation and just using my buffing brush just to essentially, well, work it into the skin, starting with like a patting motion just to get the coverage on, and then blending out any edges that you can see, just to make sure that we have got every little nook and cranny covered, because, you know, you want to make sure we are looking fresh as ever. So yeah, just making sure that all those little edges around the hairline especially, so easy to forget those areas, and they're the first area to not blend properly, so always try and make sure that we are blending them. So yeah, just getting that coverage down, going all around the face, making sure we are nice and covered. So now we are jumping in, of course, with some powder. So this is my Revolution translucent setting powder. So I'm just essentially pressing that into the main high points there and blending that straight through as well, just so it's not too heavy, but it's also just helping to basically pale out the full look, because obviously we are going for sleep deprived, very lazy looking, so I wanted it to kind of be a little bit less, you know, I've just seen the sun, and more, I've not seen the sun in like 20 years. So yeah, next we're jumping in with the Beauty Bay EYN Nude Palette, and I'm grabbing that shade there, which is called Urban, which is a kind of lightish grey. It's still got obviously a bit of darkness, as you can see there, and I'm just using that as my sort of contouring bronzer shade, just because it's obviously, you know, if we're going for that kind of dead vibe, we want to kind of just follow along with a grey tone and then blending that through into the skin tone as well, just so it obviously looks natural. So yeah, just using that through the main points, so getting that cheekbone chiseled, and of course, who can forget the nose? How could we ever? Always got to contour that nose out, even though it looks just like a dirty nose, but hey ho. And also just getting the jawline in there as well, because why not? Who doesn't want to do that? So now I'm just jumping in with the shade Throw Shade, and basically using that to carve out just a little bit extra in the pockets of the cheekbone, so right at the like edge essentially, just to deepen those tones, and then kind of using it as well just to blend through the rest of them, just so it's not like a harsh colour at the end of them. It does kind of just fade in, and then I just kind of went back in and just tried to buff all of that out, just again so it's not ridiculously harsh. I mean, it is quite severe and harsh. If you want to go a little bit less severe, you are absolutely able to do so. So now we're just starting on the eyes. So to begin with, I've just grabbed that shade Urban on a nice fluffy blending brush, and I am just going through the main crease of my eye, taking it all the way into the inner corner there, as you could probably see. So pretty much touching the nose with it, because again, where this is sleep deprived, I don't think, you know, sleep deprivation is going to really judge where your eyes are, you know. Like a normal beauty eye, you would kind of focus the colour on the outer corner. This just goes everywhere, girl. Sleep deprivation hits you hard. So yeah, just making sure that we've got that colour built in there, nice and lovely. And then again, going in with Throwing Shade and just going just underneath that, trying to really focus that on the outer corner there, but also blending it through to the crease, just to add a little bit more depth to the centre of the eye, because again, that is the main part where it's going to hit, is that centre. So yeah, just kind of continually going backwards and forwards to build the colour in, make it deeper, and blend it in with Urban so that it looks a lot more normal in a sense. So I'm also just taking it underneath the eye here, and you can see that we're not doing it in the typical under eye method. We're actually following along where your natural under eye bags sit, essentially. So you always like have that area where it's just, you can tell it's still part of the eye essentially. So yeah, just taking that shade Urban and just working that through that area with the blending brush, just making sure that we are hitting those points, and then going directly under the eye for the outer piece, because I didn't want to bring it right the way around to create a full circle. I wanted to do just kind of a half circle on the outer, in the inner corner, sorry, and then the outer corner is where it kind of joins in that part, but not entirely, which is hard to explain, but there's like patches of white through it, so it's kind of showing the depth, because that inner corner piece is the bit which mainly does get hit. So you can see that I am actually darkening that up a little teeny weeny bit, just so it's more intense and you can actually see the shades. But obviously we are using a blending brush, so we are just blending as we go. So now I'm going in with the shade Illicit, and again just on that blending brush, taking it into the actual lid of the eye and basically going ham on it and blending it in with the rest of the grey shades there. So I just wanted to kind of make sure that we've got a bit of the pigment there, but we're also marrying it in with the rest of the shades. So I didn't want it to just go to a kind of like raccoony eye. I still wanted the grey shades to show through. The black is mainly just to be there for the lid, but we obviously need it to blend with the rest of the shades, so that is what we are also doing with the blending brush there. So now jumping back in with that shade Urban, and I'm actually using this for the lips, because I don't actually own any kind of lip product that is going to look how I wanted it to kind of look to match this. So I thought, you know what, I've done it before and I've seen it happen quite often where people can just go straight onto the lips with powders, so basically just worked Urban through the entirety of the lip, and now I'm just adding in Throw Shade just mainly on the inner pockets of the lip, and also just kind of going a bit ham with it because again, at the end of the day, this is meant to be a kind of lazy look, so we want it to be a little bit messy. You know, no one's gonna have perfectly drawn on lips if they're meant to be sleep deprived. So now I'm just going in with the NYX Jumbo eye pencil. So this is just the white one. I basically took a bit of it underneath, well, on the bridge of my nose, just to add a little bit of, you know, highlight and colouring, but also just taking it underneath the eyes and dabbing that through just to kind of again accentuate those parts there. And then I did go back in and just retouch up the deeper shadings just so it didn't take too much away from it. But I did actually go in with some eyebrows because I thought, you know what, I can't not do them. I had to do them. So yeah, just going in with my Revolution Pro pomade, carving out those eyes, making them look nice, fresh, dope, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, this is just taupe. I didn't want to go in too ham. I just wanted to kind of add a little bit of definition and shape to them, and yeah. So now we're actually jumping in with the Wet n Wild, I think it's called the Renegade mascara. So this is a new one that I've purchased recently, so I wanted to obviously give it a try out. So just basically coating the lashes because we're not using falsies today. I know, what a sin. I thought I'd stay on brand and be sinning my life. So yeah, we're just adding a little bit of mascara just to give those lashes a little bit of definition, but not too much, because the main focus is not the lashes, it's the eye look in general. And yeah, just finishing off with some setting spray. Alrighty there guys, so that is the finished tutorial. Really easy to do, super quick as well. I think this is probably the quickest that we're gonna do all week. All the other ones seem to be taking a lot longer, but hey, someone's gotta bring the laziness. So yeah, I do hope that you have been enjoying this week so far. Obviously we've still got a few looks to come, so make sure you are staying tuned and hitting that bell notification if you want to stay involved. There will obviously be a full playlist of these particular videos on my channel, so you can check out every single one if you wish to. Give it some love. We are on our way to 1,000 subscribers. Insanity. So yeah, definitely join us on our little crazy journey. So yeah. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see each and every one of you guys in the next video. Peace out, witches.